Hello everyone and welcome to the English class. Today we will talk about clauses and linkers of contrast with although, in spite of, despite, however, and on the other hand. Here we have the messages from the last lesson. And while reading, please pay attention to the words in red. They are clauses and linkers of contrast. A friend is someone who likes you in spite of your faults, someone you can trust. I've got about 350 friends on social networking sites. However, I only really know about 30 of them, and only about 5 of them are real, close friends. People who are there for me. It's a crux. And the last one is, I get on well with most people, and I make friends easily. However, there are only a few people I can talk to about anything. Despite knowing everything about me, good and bad, they are still my friends. It's ready for. Okay, here we have the grammar summary of clauses and linkers of contrast. Here are some examples, like, although we were tired, we finished our work. In spite of being tired, we finished our work. Despite being tired, we finished our work. We were tired. However, we finished our work. We wanted to stop work. On the other hand, we wanted to finish before we went to bed. The use. We use these words and phrases to contrast two ideas. Although I enjoyed the film, I don't want to see the second part. The form, although, can come at the beginning of a sentence or between the two ideas. Like, although I was late, I didn't get into trouble. Or I didn't get into trouble, although I was late. Despite and in spite of are followed by gerund ing form of the verb. Despite having lots of arguments, they didn't split up. We usually start a second sentence with contrast, with the first with however or on the other hand. For example, we went out few times. However, we were never really in love. She might say yes. On the other hand, she might not. Here you have common mistakes. The first one is, despite I am an only child, I'm never lonely. The correct form should be, despite being an only child, I'm never lonely, and although I am an only child, I'm never lonely. Practice part. Choose the correct options. Number 1 is, although he has lots of friends, Harry doesn't go out much. Number 2, Marty and his dad sometimes argue. However, they usually get on well. Number 3, my parents are annoying sometimes. On the other hand, I know they love me. 4, in spite of being very tired, Jenny helped me with my homework. 5, despite the argument, we are still friends. And the last one is, although we don't always agree, we get on well. In this exercise, you have to make sentences with although, in spite of, or despite, however, or on the other hand. Add commas where necessary, and there are several correct answers. As you can see, the first one is in spite of or despite his age, my grandfather goes running every day. At example number 2, you have I am only 16. I know what I want to do with my life. Let's see the options or the answers for this one. Although I'm only 16, I know what I want to do with my life. Or, I'm only 16. However, I know what I want to do with my life. Number 3, I don't like maths. I know it's important. And the answer for this one is, although I don't like maths, I know it's important. Or, I don't like maths. However, I know it's important. 4, missing the bus, we weren't late. Despite or in spite of missing the bus, we weren't late. 5, there was lots of food, nobody was hungry. Although there was lots of food, nobody was hungry, and there was lots of food. However, nobody was hungry. And the last one is, this band is very popular. I think they are awful. Although this band is very popular, I think they are awful. Or, this band is very popular. However, I think they are awful. Work in pairs. Which of the statements do you agree with? And say why. It's impossible to have more than 5 close friends. Write your reasons if you don't agree with this one. 2 is, I would always defend a friend, whatever the situation. Do you agree with this one? Number 3, you never know who your real friends are until you need them. And the last one, friends are more important than family. So discuss these sentences with your peers and tell if you agree or not. You have to write a paragraph about the differences between you and someone you know well. Use linkers of contrast where possible. You can use these prompts. Although my friend Tom and I agree about most things, we don't like the same music. He likes, you can write what music he likes, but I prefer, write down your favorite music, and continue with, on the other hand, we both like, and tell where do you agree with each other. And for homework, complete exercises from 1 to 4 on page 56 and 57 on your workbook. Dear students, this is all about clauses and linkers of contrast. See you in the next class.